Hey all, yeah, I'm excited about the ChatGPT like everybody else. So I'm very curious to see if ChatGPT would able to teach mathematics to students. So I tried to do a addition of a fraction with ChatGPT and then see if it is able to teach me. So I have already tried the conversation. So I'm going to walk through the conversation with my message along with the ChatGPT's response, and while doing that I'm also going to provide some comments on what I think about the ChatGPT's response. So to set the context, we have to give the right prompt. So the prompt is the very important piece to get correct answers from the ChatGPT. So I'm starting with ignore all previous instructions before this one, so this will clear up any previous context. And then I'm giving a persona to ChatGPT. I'm saying that you are an expert math teacher. You have been teaching primary school for 20 years. Your task is to teach me how to do addition of fractions. So I'm giving it a specific task so that it knows what to do and how to respond. And also I wanted to really teach it. So for it to teach, it has to check my understanding. So I'm saying that you must ask some questions and test my understanding so that it can understand the knowledge gap of the learner. And then I'm also confirming that did you understand it. Okay, so this is my initial prompt, and then this is how the ChatGPT responded. It said I understood it, and then it is also now asking me to give an example of two fractions to add. Also it says that to make sure we are working with fractions, that you have same denominator before we add them. Yeah, so I like that it starts with simple, like start like adding fractions with the same denominator is easy. So it's good that it starts with a simple one, and it asked me for an example. Then I provided like a simple example like 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, and then I showed that answer is like 1 plus 1 2 and by 2 is 1. But I wanted to know like why we are adding numerator or not the denominators. So I asked ChatGPT to explain that I don't understand it, can you explain? And then it gave me the response saying that explaining the denominators represents the whole, and then the numerator is the parts. So it's basically saying that half means like you have one of two parts, and another half means you have one of two parts. So when we are adding together, we are adding the parts, and then the whole should be the same. And then it also gave me to check my understanding. It also gave me another example to try it out. It's like a 1/3 plus 2/3, and then so now I'm able to confirm that I understood, and then I provided an answer like 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 is 1. Now I understood that. I wanted to expand on it, and then asking it to teach me how to add fractions with different denominators. So it's responding back saying that it is great, and then it is giving me how to add fractions with different denominator. It is telling me that you have to make the denominator, we have to find the common denominator first. So it gives an example 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. The denominators are different, so we have to find the common denominator, which can be done by multiplying 3 and 4 to 12. So now we have one common denominator. Once we have the common denominator, then we can multiply the numerator uh, with the correct number to get back the same denominator. For example, it gives me example that 1 by 4 can be multiplied by you know sorry 1 by 3 can be multiplied by 4 on numerator and denominator to get 4 by 12, and 1 by 4 can be multiplied by 3 and we will get 3 by 12. So now we have the common denominator. We can just follow the previous step or like previous approach to just add the numerators and then get back 7 by 12. Okay, so that's good. It explained me how to do it, and then to check for understanding, it is also giving me another problem to try out, like 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5, and then ask me to do this problem. Oh no, it actually asked me to not do the addition. It actually asked me to find the common denominator, right? So it is, I like it because it just, before even jumping on to addition, it is first asking me to find the common denominator for 1 by 5 and 2 by 7 to check if I understood how to find the common denominator. Then I responded back saying that 35, because 5 times 7 is 35. So I responded back with 35, but I also know that it is hard to come up with a common denominator for two numbers. So I asked if there is any tips or shortcuts to do it, and then it acknowledged it is hard, and then it says that the best way to identify common denominator is computing the LCM, or least common multiple of the denominator. So LCM of 5 and 7 is 35. So, and then it also gives me quick and easy way, which is like multiplying those numbers, we will get 35. And then it tells like it's good to you to know like different ways to compute common denominators. Okay, so then I acknowledged that I understood, and then I asked to give me some problems to practice. And then I am also saying that if I need help, it can guide me. Sure, they confirmed, and then it gave me some bunch of problems to try out. And then it also acknowledges that it gives me some steps, find the common denominator and then convert it and then add the numerators. And then it also give me, if you're stuck, I'll be happy to help you. That's nice. Okay, let me in this I took the second problem to solve, and then it was straightforward. So I just find the common denominator as 12, and then I did 4 by 12 plus 3 by 12 as 7 by 12, and then I asked if this is right, and then it confirmed that this is right, and then it explained like why this is correct also. And then it asked me like do you need help with the rest of the problems. And then I tried to attempt the next one, and the next one has a bigger number, like a 4 by 9 and 5 by 12. So of course this is like a bigger number, so like the two numbers 9 and 12 are big, so I can multiply 9 and 12, but that would give like a bigger number to work with. So I wanted to ask it to see what is the easy way to, if there is a way to like find LCM for 9 and 12 without multiplying, of course. And then it gives me the steps to do the LCM. So the steps is like list down the multiples of 9 and list down the multiples of 12, and then we have to find the common multiple, which is the least one. So in this case we can clearly see this is 36. So as you can see, this 36 is the LCM. And then it also gave me like a procedure, like basically we have to find the prime factorization of each number. So for 9 it is actually 3 and 3, so it didn't put comma here, so it's confusing. So it is for 9 the prime factorization is 3 comma 3. For 12 the prime factorization is like 2 comma 2 comma 3. And then to get the LCM we have to multiply the prime factors, like taking only ones. We have to get the prime factors and then multiply them. So this is a little bit confusing. Actually it is 2 into 2 into 3 into 2. It missed this multiplication symbol here, but I think finally there are some mistakes, but I think finally it showed the answer, like how to do the LCM. Okay, so I try to solve that problem using 36 as the common denominator, and then I asked it if it is correct, and then it got totally confused because it confused, and then it gave me completely wrong answer, like 4 by 9 plus 15 by 36 is 19 by 36. And then again I told that this is not correct. I said like I think 4 by 9 plus 15 by 36 are different denominators. We need to convert to the same denominator, and then my answer is correct. And then it again apologized, and then confirmed that my procedure is correct. It did the same math, it came up with the same common denominator and then multiplied it, and then it apologized for the confusion, and then thanked for bringing this to its attention. And then I said thank you, and then it also, and then I just thank you, and then it's you're welcome, and then it nicely says that, keep working on similar problems. If you have questions or help, don't hesitate to ask, and then good luck with the math studies. Yeah, it's really nice ending message and tip. It's good. So overall, I think it is good, but still it is not accurate. I think uh, what I think is that ChatGPT can be used as like a complement um, in addition to your regular learning, because if you don't know anything, I think if ChatGPT provides wrong answers, you'll be super confused. But if you know a little bit of it, if you learn something, but if you wanted to go deep and understand better, I think ChatGPT is able to like provide even better explanation, um, so that you can understand better. So overall, I think I'm impressed, but I think it will. I think with more data and training, I think the model will get better, and then it will be able to avoid all of these mistakes. Thank you.